peeps and poops. It's Matthew from Art Mood, and yeah, to some of you, welcome back, and to any new people, this is Art Mood. We hemorrhage art, we discuss art, and we make art. It could be anything. It could be traditional, digital, crafting, anything really. If it's art, we'll discuss it or make it at some point. Generally, on Thursdays, we do discussions. I haven't had one for a while, but I am planning one in the near future. But at the moment, it's mostly just drawing, if I'm able to, if nothing surprising comes up. So yeah, look forward to it. Schedule might be a bit different next week, but I'll try at least do 2 or 3 streams next week. So look forward to that. Today, generally I try to work on some unfinished stuff, or I make some new artwork that I need to, on my to-do list. But today I actually wanted to discuss some pens I found recently. So one of them is this one called the flat curry brush, and another one called the soft curry brush. So let's take like a look at them. So this is my Clip Studio account. So I generally like to just download brushes and try them out, and I figured, guys can look at it. So this one is quite good because it's quite malleable. You can just do lots of things with it. And it requires a tablet or like a drawing device with that relies on pressure. So you can, if you press lightly, you get this kind of stroke, and if you press harder, you get this darker stroke. And I'm gonna try using them this today's stream. Let's try these. Just look at the soft brush as well. So yeah, it's called soft curry brush. I suppose it's just called curry brush because of the person that made it. So if you're interested in these same brushes as well, just look for someone called Curry and the Clip Studio assets. So it works the same way as the other brush, the flat brush. So it relies on pressure, and I've been trying this, and this kind of suits me more because I'm using kind of a blurry brush to draw, and it really suits that. And both these brushes recommend that you use a soft eraser for cleaning it, and I think it works. I've never used a soft eraser before until recently, and yeah, it's really good. And yeah, you can make little things like drops and such. It's nice. So we can check it out. You get it with Clippies or just Clippy. I don't know if Clippies, CP. Yeah, I just prefer calling it Clippy. You get it from like the login bonus here. Every so often they give out free Clippies just by logging in. So for me, I can get them around 8 p.m. I think every day. Not 8 p.m., but around evening time for me. And every 5 days you get a kind of a bigger amount of Clippy. All the materials on Clip Studio Paint are free, but some occasions you have to use Clippies, or you have to use gold. I think it's called gold. And And gold, you have to change. You have to exchange it. So you have to use real money to pay for gold, to pay for materials. But I've rarely used gold materials. Let's see. So I got some Clippy now because I logged in. So some of these I ever bought or I just downloaded for free. So these are like the ones I like to use. I like using this one because it blends colors really well, and I'm really fond of that. And this one creates really nice handwriting. This is really good for like creating plants, leaves and the like. This one I've been using recently for some life drawing stuff. It's quite cool. You can also get some color swatches here. So I like to get ones for skin color, and I like to also get some vivid colors as well. And you can get stuff for backgrounds and stuff to make clouds or water brushes. This is quite nice. It's a sharp watercolor brush. Texture for tights is to create hair. I don't use it so much, but it's there if you're interested in it. Yeah, and most of these are free. Some of them I did have to pay a lot of money for, but I use almost all these tools in one way or another. Some of these actually I kind of forgot about, but most of these I do use every so often. But yeah, so we'll try out the flat curry brushes today. The flat curry brush and the soft curry brush. Let me change. Give me a sec. So, a few days ago, I tried the flat curry brush and the soft one on a raster layer. And so the left one, I believe, is the soft curry brush, and the right one is the flat curry brush. Just very rough sketches. Not perfect, but yeah. I like them both, actually. It's the type of I like, the type of pressure. And yeah, if you just press hard enough, you can get a good amount of pressure to make some parts darker than some parts darker and some parts lighter. And yeah, so I want to try at least for maybe a few minutes or so. I want to try using them on the vector layer. Let me get my tablet. Okay, neat. Okay. So there's two types of layers. You got the raster layer, which is you recommended layer to use for generally Clip Studio Paint. But there's also the vector layer. I guess the major difference is that raster layers they're what's the best way to say it? I guess they take up less space. So often when you draw, it makes the lines often look pixelated. Much, yeah, you can kind of see it here. So it's okay, but often some of my work I like the pixelation, but it does make it easier to create work sometimes. Um, but yeah, there's also the vector layer, which is essentially a better layer, except it kind of loses certain functions because it doesn't pixelate the lines. It look very smooth. Like I haven't used Flash in a while, but I remember that from my memory that the lines, when you draw a line, it just looks like a line. It doesn't look pixelated. You know, you can zoom in and it will keep the density of the line, so it won't just pixelate as you get zoom in more and more. Um, Again, but the problem is with using a vector layer, you kind of lose certain things. Like from my memory, I need to double check this, but um, I like using the blur tool, but it doesn't work so well on the vector. It acts kind of like an eraser instead of a blur tool. Um, might be okay if people like that. That's fine, but I kind of want the tool to do what I want it to do. But yeah, so for a few minutes, maybe half an hour or so, I'll just try and I'll try out these pens and see if it's a good choice for me in the long run. And um yeah, just if you have any questions or you want to add any comments, I would love to hear it. Ideas or suggestions or advice, I would, you know, I would gladly accept it. Um, I'm still kind of learning the ropes of just drawing. I don't draw every day, unfortunately, so sometimes drawing is kind of um something. Uh, so looking at these drawings, I'm like, ugh, this or that could be better, but yeah. Um, so yeah. Lastly, I should probably try and use some music for the background, and I often like using lo-fi. Um, hmm, I probably won't talk so much. I'll just occasionally say what I'm doing. So for maybe new people who are joining in or people who just want to know what I'm doing. Um, so yeah, I made a new file, and yeah, let me set up some lo-fi for everyone. I use lo-fi a lot because it's reliable, and I personally like using lo-fi in general for when I draw, or I just watch. I just have something on the background like a movie or a TV show. But I can't really use movies and TV shows on streams because of copyright reasons. Like I was doing a bit of drawing today, and I was watching the old Spider-Man cartoon. You know, not the one from the 70s, but the one from the 90s. You know, the one I was like on Fox. So I've been watching that recently. Um, I watched Encanto as well. That was really good. Surprisingly good. Um, a friend of mine doesn't like it, and I need to ask her why. Not that it she shouldn't. She should like it. It's fine if you don't like something, but I kind of want to know why she doesn't like it. I think the music is good. The visuals are really good. It's actually funny sometimes. Um, And yeah, I like the I just like a lot of it, just the character design and story. I do hear that maybe the number one thing people don't like about it is that there's no antagonist, and I don't think every story needs an antagonist. I mean, look at Kiki's delivery service. Um, that doesn't have an antagonist, to my memory. Um, and it's still a good film, you know? So yeah, enough rambling. I'll put some music on, and I'll start using the soft curry brush. And yeah, you can join in with me as well. These will be kind of photo studies, so not just stuff from my head. So um, yeah. A part of me wants to use gaming music, but again, copyright stuff. Maybe if I don't know. Maybe if I can, if there's a way to bypass it, then definitely. But at the moment, yeah. Give me a sec. All right, here we go. Okay, the brush is too big. I had to kind of down it again because I had to reset the computer because it just had an issue. Still has a few issues here and there. It affected me not being able to stream certain days. This is a vector layer. Sorry, let me try using the vector layer. So it already looks kind of different. Seems to be working kind of like a regular brush. So it's not as faint. So I'm using the. Oh, I changed the hard brush. So yeah, I need to change it to soft brush on the eraser. It's coming out pretty bad. Not the brush, just this drawing. Oh, okay, I need to fix a lot of this, so I need to draw this more closer. blur tool works different. So it doesn't spread out the lines I've made. I mean, it kind of does, but it's I guess it just acts like a brush here because it doesn't color stretch. Okay. So I need to change this. So generally I don't use the vector. I'm trying to these days. The lines being pixelated. Yeah, they're a little pixelated, but not as much as the other layer, raster layer. I keep I keep forgetting to add this, but you can check out my other streams on the YouTube channel, which is Art Mood as well. Um, yeah. For some reason, Twitch you can only keep a video up for like a certain amount of days before it gets deleted. So yeah, you can check out my other works there. We also have discussions certain days of the week, usually on a Thursday, and you can see those on the channel as well. So generally, we discuss a certain artist's work or a certain art movement. Although, if people have any recommendations, I can also check out certain artists based on recommendations. I'm hoping to look at some Twitter artwork one day, with permission, of course. So, yeah, that's a thing I might do at some point. Just takes a bit more planning. So far the thing, the brush is great. It's just, yeah, because I'm using a vector layer, I can't really use the blend tool, which I really like to use. But the brush is good. It's light, and you can do darker lines. So light, dark. So it's fun. I don't even think I turned on any pressure something on my tablet, but it's there anyway. Just fine. Still, just kind of odd. It's just kind of odd that it knows that. She has kind of an odd smile, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it something that people are into? I don't know. It's definitely a fake smile, right? Or something. Oh, another film I watched recently, apart from Encanto, was Cruella. I figured I have Disney Plus, and it's free, so why not? It's not too bad. And this is coming from a guy who's watched the original one, the animated one, like many times as a kid. It's alright. I guess maybe my only issue is just, and maybe other people might agree with me on this, is just she seems a lot nicer, in the past compared to, most stories where she's just so obsessed with, turning these puppies into a coat. I know they're trying to imply that, she really hates Dalmatians or something, and maybe you can even go deeper than that and say, it's because of her hair color or something. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't mind stories that are trying to maybe let characters be seen in a nicer light so that they don't seem as evil or something, but I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a villain. I don't know. I think when a villain is trying to do something really bad and trying to say, they did this good thing in the past, but then they did this really seriously bad thing later, and they don't seem like they don't seem bad. They don't feel bad about it. It seems kind of odd, you know. If maybe they remade that particular franchise, so like if they made a sequel to this Cruella film and it's telling of the 101 Dalmatians, but with this new version of Cruella, then yeah, that'd be good. But if it's meant to be a sequel to the animated one or even the Glenn Close one from the 90s, it doesn't really connect. Also, she's really nice to Jasper and Horace and Cruella, but not so much in the, in the animated movie or the Glenn Close movie. So it's kind of weird. As to kind of suspend our belief, I guess, in a weird way. And You know, if there was another movie coming out, then maybe I would be fine with it. I'd be like, ah, okay, you know, whatever. That's what they're trying to set up. But they haven't mentioned anything. So now it just seems kind of weird. So I'll probably just draw for an extra hour or two. Okay, so that's the curry brush, the soft one. So I'm gonna try the flat one, and yeah, just a moment. Maybe I'll try this color, this grayish blue. So this one I don't think I can blend either since it's the vector layer, but let me check. Yeah. I mean, it kind of blends, I guess. It's like a pen, I guess. It'd be useful if anyone is into that. Pardon me. I don't think it's necessarily a great game. I don't think it's as good as the first one, but there's aspects of it I like. I like the dress spear mechanic. I do like the idea of the character switching jobs in the middle of a fight. That's really useful. Quite cool. I don't think we've seen that in other Final Fantasy games. There might be some that I don't know about, but so far I can't think of a Final Fantasy game that's done that. So it's actually like a neat idea. Because usually the job system is just that, you pick a job and you're kind of limited to one job. Sometimes you can take aspects of another job. Like in, let's say, Bravery Default, you can have two jobs together. But I think you can only equip weapons for one job. So in 10.2, you just switch jobs on the fly, and there's no weapons really in 10.2. You just whatever job you switch to, you just automatically switch to the weapon associated with that job, and it doesn't affect strength. The weapons. It's just it's like a cosmetic thing. So the things you just equip in the game are just accessories, which I do like they try to do something different. I just kind of wish it wasn't with 10. I wish it was with something like, I don't know, like a spin-off game that's not related to those kind of games. Like if, I don't know, not 13, but like something, you know. But yeah, aside from that, yeah, so the dress spear thing is good. Monster arena thing, creature creator is not too bad. And I actually like it a bit. Because I got the original game on the PS2 and I hated it, like immensely. But now I can kind of tolerate it. I don't think it's the worst thing. Maybe I've got more patience with it. I'm not sure. So I think the reason the artist recommended the soft eraser is because I can't blend normally with the blend tool. So the soft eraser acts like a blender in a way. They also create really great lines though, especially for hair. It's pretty good. Is anyone looking forward to that Scott Pilgrim anime that's coming out? That's really neat, right? I mean, I'm a big fan of the books. I've read all of them. I've watched the movie like several times. I even watched that short animation they did a while back. Um, I played the game for a while with some friends. The game is pretty good. I mean, so good that people fought for it to come back into the game store, I guess. So yeah, that's really good. The game itself is pretty fun, actually. I just like prefer playing it with people around. Because it's kind of a Final Fight, Streets of Rage type of game. So I like those type of games being played with friends. So yeah. And yeah, I just really like the story. It really resonated with me when I was in university many years ago. Uh, I often get people saying, "Oh, I don't like this Scott Pilgrim because the main character's a jerk," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's kind of the idea, though." I mean, there's so many stories where people are just perfect, and it's nice to have a story where someone is a jerk, who grows as a character, you know. There's a lot of stories too I've checked out where someone was, I guess they were written to be nice or a good person, but they're kind of, they're not written well enough to represent that type of personality. So, like example, Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother. I'm sure, like on paper, he's meant to be a nice guy, but he's kind of a jerk, really. But I don't think that was the intention of like the writers of How I Met Your Mother. But maybe it was. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, so Scott Pilgrim, he's a jerk because something I realized about a lot of people is that they can't fathom that they might not be the nicest of people. Because I think everyone thinks they're a good person, like every single person in this world, probably. Not every single person, but I think there's a lot of people that can look at themselves and go, "Yeah, I'm not the nicest person." But you get a lot of people that don't see that. They're under the impression that they're great all the time. And I like Scott Pilgrim for that because there's many characters in the story who aren't good people, but a lot of them do grow over time, and a lot of characters make dumb choices in that book series. But it's kind of realistic dumb choices, you know. So I like to see it as kind of a character study, which they kind of do a good job of in the movie as well. I think they omit a lot of stuff from the movie because, time. But I think it carries enough info for people to understand the gist of the story. Yeah. So I'm guessing the anime, although I've heard it might not actually be an anime, it might just it's going to be made by like an animation studio, but it's might not actually be like a Japanese animation at all. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. The action in the comic and in the movies are really good. So I always felt like they should kind of do something like that again. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just really hyped for it. Hopefully it'll be this year. And since it'll be on Netflix, it might take longer to come out because I've noticed Netflix only takes things in blocks. So, um, so that means they'll have to make a lot of episodes and put them out in one go. Which, you know, you could say it's good, you could say it's bad. It depends on your perspective. Like JoJo, for example, they have to make a lot of episodes in advance, and then someone will just binge watch it during the whole day, you know, and then just be ahead of some other people who can't keep up. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad system, but it's not perfect. But yeah, I guess Scott Pilgrim will have the same kind of situation. Although, in the case of something like JoJo, the manga has been out for a while. Maybe not in English, but it's been out long enough. So maybe some of the stuff isn't big spoilers. It's wrong. Okay. What else? When I draw, I try to go for semi-realism. So I do like big eyes, but not too big. So something maybe similar to like my influences are like is it Takeshi Obata, so the artist for Death Note, and Osuke Yusuke Murata, who does the artwork for Aisho 21 and One Punch Man. Also likes a few illustrators here and there, like David Shrigley and I hate when I have to think of illustrators I like because I like a lot of them. Nowadays, I tend to like a lot of illustrators on Twitter. I tend to like illustrators that, I don't know. I'm not saying make work similar to me, to my work, but oh yeah, maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Um, so I should follow more painters. I do follow a few painters, but I don't paint that much. So I used to try not to learn anything, but now I feel like I should try to. Oh yeah. So apart from watching Cruella, I also watched the live action 101 Dalmatians and the animated one, just to see if Cruella was a really good prequel. I guess it was kind of, but they really tried to establish like how Cruella is connected to the thieves, Jasper and Horace, but I don't know. It doesn't help that in um, both 101 Dalmatians, the live action and the animated one, they both refer to her as, you know, ma'am or lady or something like that, even though they're childhood friends, so it's a bit weird. And she's not like, I mean, you could maybe argue it's because of the wealth she has now, so. But still, it's, I don't know, kind of weird. But I don't know. Still pretty good in certain aspects. Oh, another thing I didn't like about the Cruella film, they didn't try to force a romance. I really can't stand that in films these days, because it's always looks clumsy, you know? Like they don't establish enough with the characters to make the romance justified. Which is a shame, because like I think a lot of these writers, all people, I think that they're just kind of out of touch of how a relationship works sometimes. Or maybe it's deliberate. Maybe they write those romances that way so because people like the those type of romances, I guess. But it just seems kind of weird to me. I mean, love can really come from anywhere, definitely, but I don't know. It just always seemed weird when Hollywood touches it sometimes. I did like that about Scott Pilgrim though, is that you can buy why some of the characters love each other, and it's not a justifiable reason. So often it's just a very selfish reason, and love can be quite selfish sometimes. So I do like those kind of aspects of romance. Because I like a romantic film now and then, but I just like it better when they're done right. So, I don't know. Also, maybe some of these writers are just out of touch. People, I don't know. Like, it's just weird sometimes. And it's weird because some people try to emulate that in real life, and then just be surprised that it doesn't work. Because I think trying to make certain things work, it takes time and listening and all that stuff. A lot of these movies don't really teach that so well. Sometimes even people just help like a guy might help a lady because he thinks he might get something out of it if he does. Because a lot of movies show that if a guy helps a woman, they might develop something from it, which isn't a good lesson to teach people. But there's so many movies that try to do that. I really miss the blend too. It's really useful for these kind of situations where I'm trying to make a very light gray thing. I guess the best way is just lower the opacity like this, and then do that. Yeah, this will have to be this, right? So let's add a little shadow. It still looks kind of weird, like just kind of blending. It's weird. Ugh. So maybe the best thing to do with blending in the future is I believe there's brushes that can do that. So I can't use the tool, but I could probably use a brush to create a similar effect. So I probably have a blend tool somewhere, but I won't use it for this drawing because I'm just trying to stick to this brush and the eraser. Okay. I don't know if a lot of you are into gaming, but have any of you tried Tales of Arise? I don't know if it's good or not. I played a demo of it, but I don't know if the full game is really good. I play a lot of Tales games, but some of them are kind of a hit or miss, you know? Not all of them are good. Like, I don't like Tales of Zestiria. I like one character in the game, but the rest of the game, I don't really like it. My favorite ones so far are Tales of Exilia 1 and 2, and Tales of Berseria. I used to really like Tales of Symphonia, but now not so much. I don't think it holds up that well, but that's just me. I don't know. I think there's been so many Tales games now that I think those are better. Like in terms of like gameplay and action and such. I do like the story though for Tales of Symphonia, so fair enough. You know, but yeah. So I'm hoping this Tales of Arise is good, especially since I believe it got delayed because of this situation we're in. So I'm hoping that it's good. Let me know what you guys think. Not just the drawings, but just if Tales of Arise is good. So maybe this is it for now. Okay, so let's like compare. Okay, so the one on the left is the soft curry brush, and the one on the right is the flat curry brush. And this is using the Raster Layer. So I noticed that the density of the lines are quite different in both. So on the vector layer, the lines are a lot stronger. I didn't really apply pressure to all of it, just parts of it. But for this one on the vector, they're both really hard lines. Pardon me. So it's good for that. So if you want to draw a more softer image, you can use the raster layer for that. Also, of course, I could use the blending tool with the raster layer, but not with the vector layer. Which kind of sucked. I mean, it's something I need to practice anyway, but still, I just like using the blend tool. So I had to just use more just hatching, lots of hatching lines. Not the worst thing, I guess. It's just something I need to work on. But I don't know. You guys should try these. Personally, both brushes are good. They're also quite good at shading inside, so not just for line work, but also just coloring in. I'm definitely gonna use it in the future. It's quite good for like sketching and the like. And I'll post these on Twitter maybe later today. Yeah. And especially the weird smiling lady person. I think it's meant to be a fake smile, but still, it's very, very fake smile. Yeah. Actually, these are all the same person, but just different angles, different hairstyles, different facial expressions. But yeah. So what's next step? I'm working on a fan art of Shinobu from No More Heroes, so I could probably just continue that. Sorry. So what I'll do is I'll flatten these and I'll save them as PNGs and I'll post them up later. So if you guys give me 1 sec, I'll set up for the next piece. I also need to drink some water, so yeah. So, I was thinking if I should either just continue with the Shinobu fan art, just this one, or I should just work on another one. Because I was thinking maybe I can do an hour and a half more of work, but I'm not sure what would be the best option. Maybe I'll do this one I'm highlighting now for next time, which will be Tuesday, hopefully. Maybe it'll be in the morning, like in London. So 9 p.m. not 9 a.m. So yeah, okay. So yeah, I'll do the Shinobu one. Okay, give me a sec. I'll be around. Just give me a few seconds to set up. Actually, yeah, this might be better. Also gotta drink that water. So I already started these drawings using a raster layer, so I'll probably just have to keep it going that way. Maybe I might do another layer later, but at the moment let's just stick with this for now. So I found some good ideas for outfits online, so I just want to kind of mesh them together for her and see how that goes. So I need a good brush first. I think I was using actually I can't remember which pen I was using. Maybe the Anim pen? Is it this one? Maybe. Looks like it. What's it? This one? Okay, not that one. So it was probably this one. Let me just shift things around because my leg is falling asleep. The proportions are a bit weird, so I have to fix them just gradually. Ugh. Do what I can. There might be some brushes I can use for the certain parts of the outfit. So I have to look into that. Probably have some already, but let's see. Okay, yeah, so let's go here. And, I don't know if the proportions are right, but just keep going. I think when I look at it later, I'll probably figure it out. hand's a bit wonky, but I'll try and fix that at some point. The perspective is really weird. Not weird, but like I just need to fix it in some areas. Sorry. Give me a sec. I want to show you guys something. Just a moment. I shouldn't say guys, I just mean anyone, I guess. I want to try maybe using some of these brushes for the outfit. Possibly. Like maybe this one or this one. Lace maybe might work. Let's try that one. So there might be other ones that are similar. Let's try this free one, or at least just take a look. Takes a while to load sometimes. Taking a very long time to load. Okay, let's try something else. This one I don't know. Maybe yeah, let's check it out. Maybe these ones might be good. Although it did say here it's gonna go up by 200 CP at some point. I guess. I think there's actually some that are pre-installed into the program. because I don't really want to draw the lace by hand because that would just take forever. I know there's people that are very good at doing that. There's an artist I follow on Twitter and Instagram. I can't remember her name. I can't remember her name. She draws things in sepia tone. She likes doing a lot of drawing a lot of work with like lace and corsets and bonnets and the like. She uses very like I don't know what that time period is. You know, like that Rococo type era. You know, I forgot her name. It's gonna bother me. Yeah, she's really good at drawing like lace and stuff from scratch. But then she said she actually has a lot of reference in her room for that sort of thing. But I'd rather just find a brush that can do it for me. It's gonna really bother me later. Let's check these ones. I'm not too knowledgeable about like this gothic Lolita type look design. So I don't know if using a certain lace means something else. So these are good. Could I use these? It costs 100 clippy though, and I do have 100 clippy. Another issue is that I don't know how to use it properly. So it follows the fold of the clothing. So it might be something I have to learn how to do soon. I won't, and besides, I'm not in a rush to learn this now because I've still got a lot of drawing to finish. Oh wait. Let me like it for now and bookmark it so that I can look at it later. We have these other ones made by the same person. This one is free. So these are brushes. So actually, if they're brushes, it's probably easier to actually do some nice designs with them. These are nice. They're free, but they're still really good designs you can use. Maybe I'll download them. It's free anyway, so. Yeah. So I have to remember that I got those before. So I can try and look at it later. So yeah, there's a lot of variety that you can get from the Clip Studio assets. Something that I haven't actually done yet, and I might do a streaming session about it one day, is using the 3D models. I haven't actually ever used the 3D models on Clip Studio, but I might have to learn it at some point because often when I use references for drawings, I use parts of the references and I kind of collage it together in my mind and then I put it on paper. That's the best way I can describe it. But yeah. Pardon. So maybe using 3D models might be good for me as well. Okay, what else would I actually need as well? Maybe some textures, right? Maybe textures would be good. So I already have some of these designs for laces. Maybe there's some textures I can get as well. So let's try maybe clothing textures, right? So this one is 30 kinds of clothes patterns. I don't mind using just making textures just for clothing, but I also thought why not just look for something that I can actually use. Oh, it's at the time. I'll probably finish in 10 minutes-ish. So, because I have to finish some commission stuff. And I've already taken too long in finishing it. So, hopefully I can finish it in its entirety. It might be better if I just type in texture. Oop. It's kind of vague to pick texture, but it might be better if I do that. This one looks nice for like skin. I've been just doing it by hand and just blending colors together, but it might be quite good, especially if I use the vector layer. I guess it would be textile, right? That's for like clothing. Maybe? Maybe I'm wrong? I don't know. Let's check out these textile brushes. Also, I need to think of what colors would be good for that outfit. That's useful. It's like jumper and polyester and t-shirt textures. This is nice. I still haven't really decided what. Whoa, that's really expensive. But it looks nice. It looks realistic. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Right? It looks amazing. $490 gold. I don't know how much that is. So generally my advice about these kind of things is that you need to really think about if when you buy it, if you actually use it. Because there's some materials that I got for free that I barely use. And it's not that they're not good. A lot of the materials on assets are really good. But I just haven't created a use for them. Maybe I might use, sometimes I just use them for like one piece of artwork and I don't use them again. So it's also why I kind of just want to find some brushes that I can use all the time. This one is really good for the materials catalog, but I'm thinking if I'll use it all the time. But yeah, let's try cloth. And I figured it was made by the same person. I wonder what goes into deciding the pricing of these materials. So with this one it's nice because you can just use a flat texture and then just add color to it later, like contouring and all that. I don't know if contouring is the right word, but yeah, it's kind of similar. What is this? Whoa. Yeah, that's interesting. Ooh, this might be something I might be into. I still need to fix parts of this drawing, and because I hate drawing perspective stuff. So actually, I think one of the things to fix just here, even. There we go. I need to fix the lines here so the knees kind of have a different angle. Because yeah, the legs look really short, which is not what I'm trying to go for. I just need to draw them in a better angle so that they look longer. Not only that, but I need to maybe have some designs on the these trims. I think trims is the right word. And yeah, I need to also think about lighting. So I think maybe the light should come from this direction or something. And it's probably gonna be midnight. So that'll be fun to work out how that works. And lastly, just so perspective, lighting, design to the frills, trims, frills, and yeah. Or even just next time I'll just work on another piece. But yeah, we'll see. So I'm gonna post the stuff I did earlier today on Twitter, and hopefully I can get some opinions on it. Not likes, just opinions. And yeah, I'll probably finish now because it's 1 a.m. I need to finish some other stuff. But yeah, I want to thank Lofi Girl for allowing me to use the music. Not allow me, but they allow streamers to use their music, and you can check out. You've probably heard of them. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitch. They're on different platforms. They're on Spotify. Maybe even if you don't know about them, check them out. Just the music is very good for if you're just doing writing or drawing. You know, it's not too distracting. It's calming. It's not loud instruments. I know it's not for everyone, but I feel like a lot of people like lo-fi. At least from the people I talk to about it. Yeah, and I want to thank you guys for joining me today. It's been fun. It was nice actually talking about my thought process and the kind of materials I look at. So it might be a thing in the future for me to do that. Yeah, the curry pens, I'll definitely use them in the future. Probably not on. I mean, both layers are fine, but I preferred using it on the Raster Layer. But I don't know. Let me know what you think on my Twitter. I do use Instagram, but not so much. Like, I barely use it these days. I'm pretty much just on Twitter a lot. I don't really post much. I just like to look at other people's artwork and just look at memes. If I'm not doing that, I'm doing other things. But yeah, so I'll definitely post stuff on Twitter more than I'll post it on Instagram. Okay, it's a long outro, but yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys on Tuesday. It might be in the morning or the evening. The schedule might change. But yeah, yeah. Thanks for being a great audience, and I'll catch you guys later. Cheers. Bye bye.